After 48 hours on the run, Colombian killer Yostin Mosquera was caught outside a Bristol train station.
At this time, mate, you're under arrest on suspicion of murder.
The pornographic performer had murdered, decapitated and dismembered Paul Longworth and Albert Alfonso in their London home, before dumping some of the couple's remains in 2 suitcases on this Bristol bridge. The Clifton Suspension Bridge is one of the city's most iconic landmarks. 2 nights before his arrest, Mosquera was spotted trying to shift the suitcases across it. A passerby remembers seeing him struggling with the weight.
He's being helped by other people across the pedestrian crossing and puts it down sort of 3 yards from us. And my son, who's outgoing, said, "Wow, man, that's a very heavy suitcase. What you got in there, a body?"
A comment made in jest. They couldn't have known the sick reality until one of the cases began to leak. When confronted by staff manning the bridge, Mosquera bolted. A passing cyclist caught this footage of him running away.
We're going to need some police up here quite urgently, I think. We had a gentleman up here who was dragging a case behind him. The case is broken and it looks like it's really heavy and there's blood coming out of it. He said it was car parts, oil. It doesn't smell of that at all. We're convinced it's blood.
An address label left on one of the suitcases led police to this London street, Scots Road in Shepherd's Bush, where Paul and Albert lived. The couple had hosted Mosquera in their flat for a month before he brutally took their lives. In this CCTV footage, the trio are seen heading out on a day trip to Brighton. All the while, Mosquera had plans to murder and steal on his mind. This was a man the couple clearly trusted. Here they are on holiday together in Mosquera's native Colombia in March 2024. It's believed Albert and Mosquera first met online through a shared interest in creating extreme sexual content. Paul was aware, it seems, but not involved. In the evening of the 8th of June last year, Albert and Mosquera are seen returning to the Scots Road flat. Mosquera had killed once already and planned to kill again. While Albert was at work, Mosquera attacked Paul with a hammer and hid his body under a bed. Later, Albert and Mosquera began filming a sex session. It became a violent murder caught on camera. In horrifying footage shown to the jury, Mosquera is seen repeatedly stabbing Albert with a knife and cutting his throat. This is the chilling aftermath. Mosquera sang and danced before trying to access Albert's bank account online.
I think it's certainly up there as one of the most traumatic and shocking murders I've ever dealt with. I think the fact that it was committed during such an intimate moment between Albert and Yostin, and the fact that it was filmed so close up, it was a really harrowing watch.
Did having such seemingly clear evidence come with its own pressures?
I think absolutely it's easy to become complacent when you have something so damning as that murder video. We still had to prove beyond reasonable doubt that he was guilty of both murders.
The day after the murders, a freezer was delivered to the flat. Some of Albert and Paul's remains were later found inside. Mosquera stuffed the rest into suitcases and hired a man with a van to transport them and him from London to Bristol. The killings were calculated, the attempted cover-up chaotic.
Can't work out to this day a number of things. Firstly, why did Mosquera move the bodies to Bristol? Why did he leave parts of the bodies in London? Why not just go and get on an aeroplane, and we probably would never have caught him. And even if we did, with the extradition process, would have been years before he was back in the country.
In Paul and Albert's local pub, staff say afternoons are quieter now. Over a pint, Paul used to keep them occupied.
It kind of keeps you entertained while you're doing something in the background.
Always cracking jokes.
Cracking jokes and whatnot. So, yeah, I'd say he's very funny guy. He used to like a spot. Normally that seat is his one, but it just feels weird now, kind of.
Albert and Paul believed Mosquera was a friend Albert trusted with his most intimate fantasies. In reality, motivated by money, he staged a deadly betrayal. Carrie Davis, ITV News.